So we've done multiple parts to our Pokemon Creepypastas list, but we have yet to conquer urban legends, and a franchise with such a huge following and a hefty catalogue, it's sure to spark some creepy rumours and legends, and that it did. Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Gaming, I'm your host Lucy McPhee. If you're a fan of Pokemon, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and let me know down below what your favourite Pokemon is. I'll be shouting out some of your comments in the next video. Alright, let's jump into our list of the top 10 scary Pokemon urban legends. In at 10, Pokemon Black. To start, let's begin with a classic, The Legend of the Black cartridge. Hacked versions of classic games are not a new thing, it's actually quite popular in the Pokemon world, from Pokemon Shiny Gold to Pokemon Liquid Crystal. However, one of the most notorious hacked games was called Pokemon Black, where players would be taken down a much darker and depressing adventure, even allowing players to choose a ghost as their starter. Also, many players have even stated the cartridge is cursed, but if you want to know more about that, you should go check out our Pokemon Creepypastas list. In at 9, Lavender Town Suicides. This old chestnut again because of course it's a classic. Arguably the most famous legend on our list, Lavender Town Suicide spawned after claims the eerie melody that plays in the town sparked suicides in young players in Japan. Supposedly the track emitted a frequency that only a certain age group could hear, making them severely ill. Now the legend was never confirmed to be true, but programmers did change the music to a lower frequency to be on the safe side. Is that the confirmation we need? Who knows? In at 8, the Pokegods. This is less scary and just kinda interesting. Essentially, Pokegods were rumoured to be Pokemon that weren't listed in the Pokedex. Their numbers were supposedly so high they were considered gods, and essentially unbeatable. Many rumours floated around about ways to make these gods appear, such as certain cheats, hacked games, or even beating the Elite Four a set number of times. However, following these legends, the real Pokegod appeared in the 4th generation. Did these legends spark its creation, or did fans just preempt it? Who knows? In at 7, Never Meant to Be. Okay, so this legend is basically a glitch in the early Pokemon games. The rumour goes that in a certain part of Cinnabar Island, right after your catching tutorial in Viridian City, you'll find a lump of messy pixels at level 100. Creepy. However, catching this Pokemon gives you endless perks, supposedly, such as infinite items to multiplying your 6th item to bad glitches such as corrupting your save file. The rumour is that these messy pixels were from a Pokemon that was never meant to be. That's kinda sad. In at 6, Instakill. So this urban legend takes us back to the original Pokemon games. The rumour was that a conman on Route 4 would sell you a Magikarp that was believed to deal insta-kill on opponents with its splash attack. Now this got fans really excited because, as we know, Magikarp has a 0.001% chance of dealing a death blow. However, it seems the insta-kill legend was just a legend after all. Perhaps it was spawned out of pure hope, or were we all just that gullible? In at 5, Pikachu's Fate. So, in order to be the best, you have to become League Champion. You do this by completing the Pokedex and getting at least one of your Pokemon to max level. It's an intense grind and grueling work to get there, but once you do it, great, hurrah, you're the best. However, there's a dark rumour out there that once you max level Pikachu and take him to the Poke Center for healing, you lose it for good. Why? Well, perhaps because there's no growing left to do. So let's cut free your little yellow friend and start from scratch. Who knows? In at 4, your rival. This one is dark, so bear with me. In Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, your rival Blue has a Raticate on their team. It's used in every battle and is very present throughout a lot of the games. That is until you battle Blue on the SS Anne. Following the encounter, we never see the Raticate again. So what does that mean? Well, a theory goes that during the battle on SS Anne, the player injured Blue's Raticate so badly that it died. And the reason we see Blue in Lavender Town at the Pokemon Towers following the battle is because he's mourning the loss of his Pokemon. Sad. In at 3, Cubone's origin story. Cubone is a little cutie and a fan favourite, but his origin story may tell a slightly darker and more depressing tale than folks would expect. When we move into Pokemon Yellow, things get slightly odd. Cubone's Pokedex states that it wears the skull of its deceased mother. Its cries echo inside the skull and come out as sad melodies. Dark. As you progress, you can begin to discover more history, such as it lost its mother after its birth. If it is sad and lonely, the skull it wears shakes. The stains on the skull the Pokemon wears are made by tears it sheds. Heartbreaking. Kinda makes sense now why its category is lonely. In at 2, post-war. This is another legend that's been in circulation for a while now, and it suggests that the first generation Pokemon game takes place post-war. I mean, the evidence is all there, but let's backtrack for a second. Another theory suggests that there was once a great war in the Pokemon world, and the reason for there being little to no adults in the game is because they all died in battle along with their Pokemon. So the evidence. You and your rival have no parents. There are hospitals literally everywhere, plus all other characters are children or gym leaders. A little suspicious if you ask me. And finally, in at number 1, moving the truck. So this urban legend has been circulating for a very long time, and out of all the ones on our list, I think it's safe to say this is the one we wanted to be true. In the SS Andok, there's an ordinary pickup truck parked, which is odd considering the Pokemon world has little to no motor vehicles to speak of, so why then is it there? Well, many believe it's because it's hiding something, the mythical Mew to be exact. However, after 20 years, no one has been able to move the truck, so alas, perhaps it's just an ordinary car waiting for a boat. Well, there we have it. Those were some creepy urban legends. Do you believe any of these, or do you think it's all nonsense? Let us know all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. And before we go, I'm going to be reading some of your comments from the top 10 Pikachu creepypastas, which you guys seem to love. 5H1 Rona said, "The thumbnail is porn." Yep. Yes it is. Specifically is a porn parody, but you were close enough. 5 Types said, "Gotta get them ad revenue." Yep, a few of you noticed the video was slightly, well, very long compared to our other videos. You know, I challenge you guys to cut down those creepypastas. It's hard. Also, ad revenue. Yes please. Dadman said, "I subscribed and did everything." Good, it means the brainwashing's working. Herabita said, "This reminds me of Most Amazing Top 10. I've never heard of them. Well, actually, for those that don't know, we're all part of the same company, so yes, it should remind you of Most Amazing Top 10. Well, thank you guys for all your comments. Remember to leave me your favourite Pokemon in the comments down below, and I'll shout some out in the next video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another gaming vid. And until next time, see you later.